Welcome to Season 9 of the Simulation Soccer League. It is good to be back for Division 1, Match Day 1. The official regular season begins here. Socc and Sarah, the voiceless creator, with you. And Sarah, it's been a wild and wacky off-season. A lot of changes have gone on, and very much looking forward to seeing how these new look sides play out.
Yeah, nope. No side wasted any time as we've really kind of kick-started our second part of our league's history. Now that we've hit, I believe we just hit a regression class. No, that's not. That's the end of this year. So this should be the peak. And has there been? No team has saw more change than Seoul, who brought in Nico Rashford from Hollywood.
Yeah, very wild signing. I don't seem to. Oh, there he is. There playing further back than you usually expect him to. As here's an early chance here for Franco Torres. Tries the little chip, but it hits the bar. They found that one early on. Franco Torres, another mover, I believe, was previously on Cairo City. Rejoined Division 1.
Previously the man of Cairo City, now taking his fortunes to Buenos Aires.
Yeah, it's kind of been a similar story with previous players. As I do remember, Kofi Ansha, who like most people thought would just be in Adoa Accra for life, went over to União Sao Paulo. He's a chance for Calavera, but he can't turn in.
Yeah, relegation changed a lot of people's thinking.
Yep.
When you are at the top of your game, you don't want to be playing in Division 2. That's just kind of how it is.
Yep, and there's Knight trying to get one in there for Governo, but Doug able to hoof it clear. A lot of chances being created here on the side of Buenos Aires. They chip it forward there, Calavera for Gorkov, now Tali. Gorkov tries a shot there, blocked by Mert, of course. Buenos Aires promoted in Season 7, was able to stay up Season 8. As there's a cross in, and Torres makes his presence felt. 1-0, and his first goal in the orange.
He's off the mark for Buenos Aires now, and away from home in front of Seoul. Seoul and Cairo having battled it out, I believe, in their history. But it's been some time between these two. Seoul and Buenos Aires now playing. They played in Division 2 for a bit too.
Yep. Both were promoted non-sequentially. Seoul promoted as league champions last season and looking to keep the flow rolling. Here's Rashford for a Kocha, but he couldn't get that one on target. They did well there just to narrow that angle, make sure there was no real opportunity.
So Seoul lining up today in a 3-3-1-3. It's a very interesting sort of formation. I think they employed this. Yeah, they have 3 center backs. They have 2 defensive wingers on each side. Oh, sorry, 2 defensive wingers, 1 on each side. And it's only Rashford in the middle there.
Yep. A little shot there by Gorkov trying to finesse it through, but good save there by Manuel Neuer. Gorkov whips this one in, looking, but Aloisi ends up hitting that one clear. Back there, but Gorkov was not able to get himself back on side following the corner. Really, it's been all Buenos Aires thus far. 11 shots to 2, and even with that, they have been a more aggressive team as well. 6 fouls to 2.
Yeah, we talked about. I just talked about the single midfielder for Seoul. Buenos Aires lining up in a very middle strong formation. They are lined up in. Sorry, go ahead.
Dominated, no. Yes, it's an old chance. Calavera nearly found that one, but yeah, it seems like the midfield has been thoroughly dominated thus far by Buenos Aires, and I think you can go into what exactly that is.
Yeah, unless they get another chance here. Oh my god.
And they continue through. Adam Knight here for Torres. Another try. Calavera, a rebound attempt. Headed away by Ryan. Only as far as Tali, though. Able to... There's a bit of a sweeper there. Calavera, he tries one, but it's right on Neuer's gloves, and he scoops it.
So a 4-3-1-2 for Buenos Aires with 4 midfielders in total.
Yep. Here's Van der Sloth now going for a long run next to Rashford. Inside ball, Calavera. Try to be redirected there, I think, by Torres. Might not have been, though, and Neuer was still able to make a stop. Whipped in there, but no one was waiting on it, and Oakden just decides to scoop and throw.
Aloisi pressing there. One of the 2 strikers for Seoul today.
Yep, as he has Knight now. Knight an opportunity running through. Just lost it to Kennedy there, who clears. Counter-attacking opportunity here for Okocha. Looked into the man, a try. Nearly had it, but one out of play.
He did have it there, but just rushed the shot.
Here's Kennedy trying to run onto one. Had so many bodies in front of him, though. Decided not to go for a long ball. And that is cleared up here for Franco Torres. Liam Ryan, the only one in defense here. Is able to shove him off to the left wing, but a good cross in for Calavera, but his half volley not able to find the mark, and Neuer saved it.
Van der Sloot was lurking. Might have thought that a pass was coming.
Yep, here's Gorka through now for Torres. Good block there by Mert. Slid in there. Could have blocked that one out. Calavera heads it forward though. Calavera now for Torres. Governo trying to get it back on a 1-2, but cleared out. Well, it has been Buenos Aires who have continued after that first 30 minutes to just generate more and more chances. And they hold the lead and all of the momentum.
Yeah, deserved lead for Buenos Aires. They played really, really well last year. And this is a good start to their defense. Again, showing that they deserve to be here. Division 1 is always going to be hard to stay up. And you need all the points you can get. That's true for both these teams, as Seoul, the newly promoted side, are likely... Well, I actually don't know at this point if they're relegation candidates from predictions a point of view. I'm sure our predictions stats would have that, but I don't know them offhand.
I don't think we have access to those documents. At least I don't, so I can't say for certain. As second half has begun. Seconds into this one, and a little bit of a chance for Seoul early on, but it really looked like threatening as here's Calavera through for Van der Sloth, but he had no angle and couldn't redirect it in time. And it's looking to continue right where they left off. Generate too many chances. Down as well has not been pressured in the slightest. Not a single shot on target. Guevara chipping forward now, looking for Gorkov. Doesn't have an angle. There's inside for Governo, but couldn't quite get that one on target. Well,
yeah, despite Franco Torres getting by once, Neuer has been very solid this game.
Been rather impervious to all of the attacks that have gone on thus far as Rashford try and turn one in. Back for Okocha. The other wing instead just goes through a little 1-2 play, but Tom blocks on a shot attempt and out for a corner.
That's a really good track back by Brooks Bertrand there. Wasn't sold on the 1-2 and continued to track Okocha.
Yep, Manning comes into play once more, heading that one out for Tenderloin. Now Ryan unable to look for any real option. Still not a single shot on target registered thus far for Seoul. More than an hour played. We'll try and find one, and perhaps it could be the equalizer if they can trouble. Here's Rashford for Paul. Paul to the left flank. Back in for Ryan. Ryan trying to dance around Tali. Good flick over to Rashford. Now for Man through for Okocha now. Okocha a try, but just not on target there. I thought Oakdown might have forced that one over, but just came off the outside of a post.
Seoul need to be a little more clinical with their chances. They are running out of time. They have the opportunity and have certainly had looks, just haven't been able to get shots on target.
And then they are still rather outmatched in the shot department, but look again. Here's Guevara just keeping it in field. Now Calavera, a little chip inside, and that's easily able to get to that one though. Tali with it immediately back in. Calavera for Torres! And it's a double on club debut. He's been absolutely clinical in front of goal, and that time he does it again.
Franco Torres, a change of scenery, a change in goal scoring form. Well, let's see if he's changed his ways, because if he continues like this, certainly he'll be up there in that Golden Boot competition by the end of the year.
And I think Calavera ended up getting a yellow card there for the celebration, which is not something we'd see very often. Vanderslof through now for Gorkov. Flicked inside there for Vanderslof, shot right on, but saved by Neuer. Yeah, it just seemed like perhaps because they didn't have many of those players in midfield, Rashford playing a bit further back, they didn't have a chance to have someone be on top of that clearance, and Tali was able to whip one in as here's Vanderslof looking for a Torres hat trick with a through ball there, but he was able to read the play and ends up just making the save. They're deep out of trouble. Right now for Gorkov, able to cover the clearance there from Neuer. Off now for Knight. Knight trying to dance against Kennedy. Flicked across for Guevara. Our inside ball Tali. Now Calavera in the area. Shot had no angle, and Neuer parried it out for a corner. Gorkov through, but Mertz again, as usual, had to knock away that set piece. Slot there on sweeping duties. Looked over for Gorkov. Onside this time, did get back in time. Calavera outside the area, and it was saved. It hit the bar. It couldn't be rebounded though, and Mertz just had to hoof it out of danger. Now quick play through. Torres finds Knight. Knight now with an open lane, but didn't have a shot angle and just came off the side of the foot. Ended up wide.
Yeah, perhaps a little bit of mercy shown there. Could have definitely put that in a better place instead.
Yeah, that's just not him being used to being a primary shot maker. As Torres tries for another hat trick there, but Neuer still able to parry. Still makes it a corner. Gorkov inside, Mertz again there to clear the danger. Then back for Sally. Verno finds Gorkov on the left edge, trying to dance by Doug. Knocked out. And back Brooks Petrova cross in, looked for Vanderslof, headed away by Pork Tenderloin, and Rashford will end up running it through, but won't have much time here to mount much more of a comeback. Does seem like there will be a first clean sheet of the season for Kocha Oakdown, barring any last-minute miracles as Buenos Aires look to grab an away win. Calavera inside, Govano! That's a dagger.
The cherry on top. Unfortunate for Seoul, who have looked good defensively, and Neuer, who has done a lot to keep them in this. The scoreline doesn't reflect their effort, but certainly reflects a great day in front of the net for Buenos Aires.
Yeah, just got the balls to the front of the net, and it doesn't seem like the defense has been able to keep up with them. It's been open looks where they get to pick their spots, and as a result, Buenos Aires have been able to mount 3 goals as a result of that. They will just look to run this one out. 3-0 away from home. A great start to the campaign for Buenos Aires.
Yeah, and perhaps unsurprisingly there, Danny Paul not having a great day in the attacking midfield for Seoul. really not too much of a presence, and it kind of showed. They were overrun all over the midfield. Rashford did his best. Certainly, you saw him holding himself back there. He was a big reason why that Buenos Aires offense just didn't run as rampant as it did as early on. But as the match drew on, players got tired, and the defense just wasn't able to keep up anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, credit has to go to Buenos Aires, who put up 34 shots, an unbelievable total there against that Seoul goal, but only 3 found the net, and 2 of them were thanks to Franco Torres, 1 by Antonio Governo. Manny Calavera did earn Player of the Match honors as he contributed to 2 of the goals, the second and third. And a great start, Buenos Aires. They just came out of the blocks early and made sure to stamp their authority on this one.
Yeah, certainly one way to show that you deserve to be here is with opening match 3-0 win. So welcome back to Division 1 to both Buenos Aires and Seoul.
Well, Buenos Aires were here last season, so you can't really say welcome back, as
Well, everyone takes an off season.
I suppose so, yes.
This is week 1. Welcome back to everyone.
Welcome to a new season, yeah. I suppose that is the case. Now we have juggernauts here, Catalunya facing off against FC Tokyo. These two sides, Tokyo SC, I should correct myself there, as we look quickly at the formations. 4-2-3-1 it looks like for Tokyo, and a 4-1-2-1-2 for Catalunya.
Or the 4-4-2 narrow diamond, as I like to call it.
Details. Also,
they're important.
Yeah. I know. That's why you handle those. Nonetheless, here's a flick through here for Mojo, rising early on, blocked there by Vercetti. Of course, Soderberg and Okamoto, I believe, have been... At least Helena Soderberg is back from Tokyo. Shion Okamoto on the other side. The 2 former teammates on Seoul, and they were Division 2 champions, and now face off against each other in this opening match of Division 1 as Rise's header there is saved by Gunnarsson. Throws in. Gets Okamoto. Wins once again. Trying to dance by Nessie in a long shot, but couldn't find the mark. Direct free kick here from Muller. Away by Mike Rupp. And now Kaido. Kaido with a lot of running room. Trying to get by Busquets and perhaps Fist. Little dance back. Back. Like Catalunya have been able to shut down the attack for the moment. There's Visser. Close to being marked there by Okamoto. Now that's Shetty. Flick over for Nessie. Ends up being intercepted by Rise though. Nessie still continues to run and ends up winning it back. For Rise now. Soderberg. Ball from Arbachon to Shet. Soderberg across now for Visser. Changing the angle here. Visser changes the angle again for Nessie. Oh, just parried by Gunnarsson. And sent over the bar.
These are 2 elite teams. Tokyo SC having played in the Founders Cup match earlier. I believe they did just barely lose out to Hollywood in that one.
And not to do the details to you, but it's the Founders Shield.
Yes, which is also a cup.
I suppose it is, yeah. I don't know. You always think of those competitions as a shield rather than a cup, where it is a celebration like the old Super Cup of UEFA. But either way, Maple now will look to find Rising, and Rube just dives on it, perhaps a bit unnecessarily there, but I guess...
Rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah. Jordan Pickford style pickup.
Uh-oh. I had D2 flashbacks there.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have been surprised to hear from Dobby Rube as he is Rise dancing by Vins, flicking over to Nuvissa now. Nuvissa trying to work their way in. Now look for there for Rise, but the header is wide. came in on a bit of a tougher angle, trying to look at that bottom left corner and couldn't get it there.
I mean, certainly the right idea there. Rise just missed too many of those, and he struck that with some power.
Soderberg finds an open Nessie. Maple was not covering there. Flick forward there for Rise. The angle wasn't there, but Gunnarsson still had to parry it. Does end up saving that one. Again, no shots on target registered for their home side. 42 minutes, but I'm sure Catalunya will be able to change that shortly. Now for Muller. A bit of Vins. Look back for Juliusson, looking for a long ball perhaps. Just go short instead, Busquets. Komodo now looking for Rising. Maple took a bit of a run a bit too early. Just at the anchor point. Now for Staines. Slow build up here for Muller. Now Okamoto. Flicks forward. Mojo Rising. Offside.
So I don't think it's our first offside of the season, but certainly it's the first one I remember being on air. So congratulations to Mr. Rising.
Yeah, I believe Dogwood Maple had an offside earlier in this game, so. And we also did have one earlier with Gorkov, so neither of those.
No, I guess I just wasn't paying attention enough. Instead, I was looking at Tokyo's formation because I was thinking about why we're seeing so many replays or rather highlights of the ball going out to these wide areas, and why Nessie, as you've mentioned, has been open multiple times. The reason being, I suspect, is because Catalunya are in that 4-4-2 narrow diamond, which means they only have their with fullbacks out on the wings. On the other side, though, Tokyo have that 4-2-3-1, and while they're employing Kaido and Rise out wide, they're cutting inwards, and Nessie and Visser are overlapping on the outside. So that's kind of why we're seeing that develop.
That's why Tokyo have been registered those 5 shots on target that Gunnarsson has been able to thus far turn aside, as Kaido looking to run through here, finds Hayden, has Rise to the edge. Let's go to it, flick back there for Nessie. Trying to find one through there. Shell didn't make it up there. Hayden ended up having it leak through there from Isagi, but Gunnarsson again turned it around. Firing and looking, but Busquets heads it clear. And for a throw. Quickly, Tokyo resumed the attack. We're looking for Soderberg. Visser ended up claiming the scraps, though. Nessie flicking inside there. Hayden tried one, but was well wide. Good enough on that.
He saw his teammate try to go near side on Gunnarsson to get absolutely stone cold, blocked out. Tried to curl it around the far side, didn't have much luck there.
Yeah. Rise now for Nessie. Nessie an opportunity there, blocked by Vins. Ends up taking the flank roll. Probably not where you want the giant forward to be. Nessie again. Soderberg changes the angle for Visser. Let's do the same play here. No, this time they try the corridor. Isagi. This time looks right flank for Nessie. It's a bit of space. Back for Soderberg. Great stop on the shot by Goad, and Juliusson there to clear.
Such beautiful, fluid football from Tokyo, and somehow Gunnarsson is able to follow it perfectly.
Yeah, the tracking has been on point thus far, as this corner might be an opportunity to counter-attack here. Really change it. Here's McFlopface. Tries a shot, but again blocked. That time by the Goat. Up for a corner kick. Vins over for Rupp, who clears. Real Catalunya attackers there to try and get that one on net. Up the clearance. Flop face over to Staines. Now Vins. They look to attack on their right edge. Fist and across inside. Dogwood Maple just hit the top of the net.
I'm actually kind of surprised there hasn't been a goal for either side. I feel like both sides deserve multiple.
Has it just been Catalunya not being quite as clinical with their finishing as they would have liked to be? Over the Soderberg, now for Messi. Messi now trying to dart inside again, but was forced out to the edge. Soderberg now inside for the go. Visser shot blocked by Juliusson. Was a bit of out of position there, but Kaido had no angle on the net. Goat looking across. I think that went over the line.
Yeah, the cross might have curled too far out.
Just trying to curl it back in field and gave it a bit too much on the initial shot there that the curl couldn't come back in time.
Too much whip, not enough nene.
Never say anything like that ever again, please. McFlop face forward for Sherwood. Now for Maple. Over for Vince. Chip forward, back for Maple. Maple one-on-one, and there's a shot on target. Bobby Rube there for it, and is easily able to turn it over the bar for a corner kick. Vince inside, Skyrise there. And the tallest player of the SSL able to head that one out. And that was Catalunya's first shot on target this game. Thinking the home fans too excited about their opportunities, though. A late goal would certainly change the mood of that. There it is. Dogwood Maple tapped in,
It's
but that is
offside.
offside. Well,
We're not even gonna replay of that. That's incredible.
yeah, you would think so, but that was rather unfortunate there, I have to say. 'Cause I thought he was through for all money, but clearly the assistant referee was on top of things, and the Catalunya fans just absolutely jeering the decision there. They thought they were up. Now they have to live with it still being 0-0. They might be able to. Oh, nearly had a counter attack there. The opportunity for the flop face, but for Chetty, intercept. 3 minutes left in regulation time. Here is Visser trying to get down the left edge. Was able to beat Rising. Pass inside Kaido. Kaido looks for Hayden, just parried by Gunnarsson. Nice cleans the scraps, but so no angle on net, of course, and Nessie now trying to get across in there, headed away by Fisk. Kaido there for it. Rising's tackle only just redirected to Soderberg. Kaido now for Hayden. Was Hayden offside? He was. Last roll of a dice, and it's with Catalunya. 1 minute 15 gone, and 1 minute of added time. Nothing doing there, though. Chetty stops it, and they both have to share the points, and, well, you can see there Tokyo just were absolutely stonewalled there by Alexandra Gunnarsson. Even though Catalunya had the only clear-cut chance of a match, Tokyo were looking more dominant in being able to mount pressure and mount attacks. Nevertheless, just both sides will be ruining that. And we didn't even get to talk about the subs there. Muller and Okamoto did come off for McFlopface and Cho. And you see Alexander Gunnarsson, unsurprisingly, 8.6 match rating and player of the match.
Yeah, action was non-stop this game from really both sides. Tokyo having the better of the opportunities, obviously 9 of those shots on net, 20 in total. But at the same time, Gunnarsson and the entirety of the defense was crucial in holding holding Tokyo off the score sheet today, if only just barely. The joke I was gonna make there is I wonder what the uh, bet line was for the game. The money line was for goals over and under, because if it was a 0-0, I the refs certainly did their part today.
I suppose they did. Of course, they didn't monitor that offside play. We were able to find that it was, in fact, offside.
But of course, Jennerson, the real star, the match player of the game for her, and deservedly so.
Yep. I have to agree with that as we look forward to this third match. And, well, I do believe that this is a rematch that we've seen very often in years previous or seasons previous. Hollywood versus Athênai.
Yeah, there's still 4 teams in Division 1 that have yet to be relegated or be in Division 2 in their history. Catalunya came very close to that last year, but instead it was Cairo that went down. They remain in the top flight, and you just watch them play. But Hollywood and Athênai are the other 2 teams that have Premier blood.
Of course, Hollywood are now without Mika Rashford, as we mentioned previously. They have added in now Oscar Yabasilan.
They are also without Scott Sterling, their
Yeah,
goalkeeper.
that'd be correct. And he's been replaced by former D1 keeper. Technically, I believe was also relegated with Cairo, then sent back Elmas the Heretic. Not sent back, but I believe joined in free agency. Gerard through for Bobby. His header is well off target. A bit surprising there from what we usually see from him. Jaeger over for Newport. Labovic. Looking out for Labovic again. Save there by almost for Heretic. Makes his first save in Hollywood colours, and very pleased with that.
So we have Hollywood playing today in a 4-2-2-2. It's a 4-2-4.
Yeah.
It's asymmetric though. It's got one defensive midfielder, which is why it looks a little weird. But
And a save by the Heretic again. Try to keep that one in play, but that one up from going out for a corner. Yoka now whipping it in, but headed away by Jarrow. With a lot of space. And quiet looking. Looked across, but Labovic just had the cross intended for Yabasilan, and ended up being run through again for Gintonic, and now 44.
now Hollywood have begun their defense already this year, having played in the Founders Shield and winning.
First save in league play, I suppose, yes. Guess that is how we would apply things, as there's some like a little bit of interruption here on our camera feed. That can be settled in due course there, as Heretic just able to catch that one. It's deflected high off a cross and ended up in, but almost was able to save it. Gerard tries to flick one in, but headed away by Jaeger. Attacker trying to run it back in field, flicked over there, looking for Ricky Bobby, and a good save there, Yannick Anderson.
So I think this is a good time to fill the viewers in. XSL head office is actually in Australia, and Socc, how is the internet over in Australia?
It's bad.
Which explains why our feed can be choppy from time to time.
You know, almost makes me want to walk out, but here's 44 trying for one. Oh, it hit the post, but then it bounced in. It was an own goal from Impossible.
He drilled that home with his head. He did Bobby's job for him.
Oh, dear me.
What a laser.
I am speechless. I am absolutely speechless. Costanza had the opportunity to clear Impossible for, let me just try and head this over the net, but ends up just putting it right into the top shelf when no goalkeeper could reach it because the goalkeeper was behind him. Here's 44 again, but saved there by the Heretic. On the corner, led away there by Costanza. Costanza up jumped 44 that time. Gerard on a long run going basically across field. Just looking here. Now finds Tiki Taka. Wow! What a run! And what a great finish to cap it off. Tiki Taka equalizes.
That goal was absolutely Hollywood. Just an incredible pair of individual efforts, and Hollywood find themselves in front.
And that was something I really didn't expect to see, but
Sorry, they're
running
tied.
right through.
Apologies.
Yep. Gerard just kind of ran right through, was never really threatened by anyone, and just ended up finding Tiki Taka on the other side of it as Anderson parries that one. Yoka vents a corner kick and got it back for Anderson to clear out.
In the past, Hollywood have relied on being individually better at every position on the pitch. However, as time has taken its toll and Hollywood's roster is no longer the original, we're seeing a little more of a difference across the pitch.
Tonic try to go for finesse there rather than power, and just the Heretic would read it. Yoka now inside there. Costanza does head it away. Mostly even thus far, as we will go to the break. Both teams locked up at 1.
Athena having the better of the Hollywood having the better of the two possessions. Athena, though, having, I would say, the better of the two chances, despite their only goal coming off of the own goal there by Possible.
It's been quite a wild affair as a result of that. I mean, no blocked shots really from Athena. It's mostly just been shots have either gone off target or been on target, and one of them did end up finding the net eventually, thanks to that individual run from Gerard that picked out Tiki Taka. I mainly just talk about that one because I don't want to think about that own goal ever again.
I mean, if it were on the other side of the pitch, it'd be an incredible effort. And I still think it was an incredible effort, just on the wrong side of the pitch.
Suppose it was. Looks like we may have some changes going into halftime. Argentina did not have many moves that went on with them. They tend to be a mostly solid lineup that has maintained themselves, though they did have a couple of changes that went on. Also, what recently able to extend Sydney Ramirez to 0-44. Did send out Hinata Hyuga on loan. In fact, the first player they have ever sent out on loan.
Yeah, I think Hollywood were looking to lower the number of bodies they had on their roster this year. Definitely part of the reasons these moves happened during the offseason is the cap got tight for Hollywood.
Also worth noting, all of Athênai are going into free agency next season, so the extensions will be crucial going into season number 10. Is Juracek have a great intercept, clear that one away and reset the play for Athênai. But Ligman with a lot of space to work with. Fisher flicked for 44, back Sharrow, able to block it. Didn't matter, it was offside anyway.
So Juracek was the player that was checked in at halftime for Jerusalem.
I have a rookie.
Jerusalem, I apologize.
Recently signed to a 2-year deal as a rookie there. Of course, they did also pick up Brad Niklava and Tam Cove. Gives Bobby a try, easily saved there by Anderson. Didn't look on target nonetheless. Alessio Calvatore, I believe, is the only one that is going into free agency, so they will have the all of this band potentially back together for next season.
If the cap allows you, that is.
This is true.
Certainly, Athênai will be running into that issue as they look to re-sign their players this year. I do not believe all of them can stay.
Well, I mean, this will also depend on how tight that salary cap gets. As possible tries to float one in, but easily scooped up there by Anderson. There. Gintonic now forward for 44. A try, but he couldn't get that one on target. Three-quarters of the way gone in this match. Square. Ramirez flipped forward now for Gerard. Gerard now for Taka. Taka on a little bit of a run there. Forced to the outside. Bobby ends up just tapping it home. Anderson got caught flat-footed. And Hollywood now hit the front.
That was a bit of a knuckleball there from Ricky Bobby. Off the foot at just the weirdest angle. Anderson didn't know which way it was going, and it just floats its way past him.
Yeah, I mean, by the looks of it, he was trying to get out there to try and make a stop there, but it's quickly flicked on him and away from him. And now up. Athênai, rather disappointed. Look by the body language. Again, now flick forward for Labovic. His header probably could have chested that down and looked for a more powerful shot, but either way, Heretic there does make the save. It is possible. Dancing. Trying to get through. Back to possible. Over for Kwai once again. Now Bobby. Put one on net, but Anderson turned it away for a corner. I wasn't sure if that was an offside or not from that whistle, but the referee only had his flag up. Ladder as Costanza tried the header there, but wide of target.
Yeah, I was going to say the Unkai certainly looked pretty close to that last man there.
Rodaneska now. Jarrod. Jarrod tries a shot there, but was blocked by Jaeger and floated over the net. This will be a corner here with just under 10 minutes left before stoppage time. Jarrod awaits. In and Lynn, who headed it clear. 44 and Jarrod both racing to the ball. Jarrod couldn't maintain control, and 44 won it back. The counter attack goes begging though. They tried to find Fisher, but Yankwai was right in the passing lane and cut it out. They're able to outrun Tiki Taka to the ball. Anderson, who boosts it clear. Bobby now for possible. A lot of space on this right flank, trying to get by Fisher, who is on yellow and perhaps playing a bit more conservative as a result. Yankwai flicking over. Great save, Anderson, on the hero by Juracek.
And suddenly, every missed opportunity for Athênai means so much more.
Just haven't been able to really find it ever since that second goal was placed in. Possible now looking for Anderson. Oh, Taka being just blocked by Newport and then cleared away. One nearly could have been 3-1 there. Would have been an absolute demoralizer.
And again, their defense, the defense, doing their job today. It's just hard to find that clinical finishing this early on in the year. Certainly, Franco Torres had no issue with it, though.
40 seconds left now. Hollywood looking to put this one to bed. Gintonic, though, ends up making a crucial intercept on Pudaneska. And now 44. 44 might be 1-on-1 here. He's going to line up his shot, but he ends up being forced off the angle. Labovic, centering ball for Legmanen. Back for Ramirez. Ramirez shipping for Fisher, but headed away by possible. Jaeger keeps it in play. Gintonic We know they don't have much time left. Jarrah ends up heading it clear. Yang Kwai will as well. Bobby is probably going to try and look for territory here and does so. And that will do it. Hollywood come away with a win at home against Athênai. A huge one at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Athênai, I think they deserved a draw today. They certainly played well, but actually was Hollywood were the favorites in this match. They deserved their 2 goals and looked the better of the 2 teams, certainly in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it was just great play there, mostly from Tiki Taka, who I believe ended up winning player of the match honors. Of course, did contribute to the score sheet on both goals. So quite unsurprising that he would end up taking that. As we look now with Hollywood will currently be sitting second on the table, and will hope not to be third, perhaps. They will be happy to commence their campaign with 3 points. They still have to wait and see the result of the final match here. União Sao Paulo taking on Inter London Football Club.
Inter London playing their first game back in Division 1, ever since being relegated for the second time in their history. Sao Paulo playing in their 3rd season in Division 1, I believe.
Right.
3rd season in a row as well. 3rd consecutive season.
Yep. And both times they've been competing so far, they've been looking admittedly rather vulnerable, though I think on this occasion they'll look to try and turn their fortunes around with a few changes that they've made. Of course, into London, just barely relegated thanks to Sao Paulo last season. I'm sure we'll be looking for vengeance.
Well, I personally think there are a couple other reasons for it overall, but yeah, that certainly was the match in which was the decider. But into London, having made a couple of changes to the roster, didn't make too many changes to their formation. They were lined up in a 4-4-2 narrow diamond.
Yep, here's Biscuit now through. Good block there by Dives in a lot, who already looks to be in the ball in that second minute. And of course, they did grab another player in Cairo's exodus thanks to their relegation. And that was Pierre Huda, who has looked into that left centre-back role while moving Donnarumma out to a left-back role, of course. Does mean no more Tihomir Dimitrov.
Dimitrov on the bench, I believe, for this match.
I don't see him on the roster, so I could be wrong.
I could have missed the cut.
What about the side of Sao Paulo here? Of course, they got Yves Machu, who had moved over, was on Montreal last season. Well,
They are playing in a 3-4-1-2. So 3 center backs. They have their 2 wing backs, 2 midfielders, an attacking midfielder, and 2 strikers. So a pretty balanced formation for them. A little central.
It does seem like Dimitrov was merely just let go in free agency. It was not extended. The floor now. Cross for the Clements, hits the bar. Narrowly was able to beat Adam Rage there for open for scoring there, but not finding the target on that occasion. Good block to floor. Archer now. Gonna cross. Isn't only able to clear it as far as Funyuns. Archer closely marked there by Yore. Yore ended up winning it back there. A little risky ball there. Nearly intercepted there by Biscuit, but they were able to stop it there. That one intercepted by Archer and Newman. The shot, but Yaboa. Oh, he didn't look too good getting up there, but was able to make the stop. Funyuns now crossing in there. Headed away by Dives in a lot. Yore trying to chase it down. Rumovic ended up getting to the ball first, though. Plan. No Archer. Side dives on a lot again. There to intercept. Clements now. Trying to roll forward here. Try to get a through ball there for Pinkman, but blocked out by Mathieu.
Inter London's attack just being kind of smothered by this 3 center back formation from Sao Paulo. Always managing to double play the right man, it seems. And that being Clement's fan.
Of course, he has been the main danger man. Division 2 Golden Boot winner last season by a country mile and a half. Fires over to Archer to change the angle here. De Flor the only one out there. Biscuit tried to direct that one on goal, but was wide.
Well, it certainly helps when, well, to defend against Inter London when one of their 2 strikers is consistently offside. Jerry, the offside leader in Division 2.
Indeed. Clements now flick back for the floor here. Got Archer to slide out. Now a crossover. Looking for Pinkman, but saved by Rage.
Sao Paulo certainly no strangers to the offside either. Coffee Biscuit had his fair share last season.
Both sides likely looking to just maintain a bit more control in terms of not managing to break the defensive line too soon. As Festivitz there beats Roma 1-on-1. Now having to deal with Jerry running back. Looking there for Newman. Huda marking over Biscuit. Another stop, dives in a lot. He's been really work himself to death thus far. And it's only the first half there. Clement beats him at shoe 1-on-1. Now looking for a cross himself, but blocked out by Archer for a corner.
There it is again. Beats one man, can't get past the second. It's really hard to do even a 1-on-1 in football. So it's 2-on-1s are dang near impossible. And that's why these 3 center back formations work.
Yep. And thus far, it has been momentum with Sao Paulo. They've had a majority of the chances, but Inter London's defense has held firm thus far as remains 0-0 heading into half time.
Yeah, really an even match from both sides other than possession for Sao Paulo, of course. Their formation having a lot to do that. Their defensive line just holding the ball up really well.
Like there were no changes from either side. Again to get the second half underway with the usual combination to Florida Clements, but not on that occasion. Was kind of, I believe, by Mathieu. Mathieu has a lot of experience in quelling those, having seen it last season, and to block out a lot of those while playing in the Canadian colours. Onions, Oda Fasenvitz. Go across here for Archer, shot, oh, what a drive! Kofi Archer might have put up a goal of a season candidate in just match day 1.
We see it every year, don't we? Match day 1 banger.
Took to the last game to do it, but man, Kofi Archer able to beat 2 defenders, and Yeboah never had a chance.
Yeah, there's not much you can do as a goalkeeper when that happens. You just kind of have to admire.
Coming of that London throw-in, but a counter-attack perhaps looming. Headed back by Herder, but Funding's now Lexington. Right edge attack, looking for more dangerous thus far. Attack Donnarumma, perhaps a bit more inexperienced about left-back roles. Archer centering ball, now for Coffee Biscuit. Covered by Dazinla, back for Archer, inside for Vesenvitz, but a good save, your bowler on the header. Just over half an hour rather, left to play in this match, and Sao Paulo looking to make another break here. Here's Newman running right on here, over to Biscuit. That one looked far too easy. Jeff Newman incisively through the defense, and Biscuit converts to make it 2-0.
Yeah, it just looked like a bit of a miscommunication on the defensive line there for Inter London. Newman got through Oud, and well, when you're the center back, it's you kind of often are the last man in defense. Dives in a lot, just wasn't able to slide over. He had already kind of moved over to defend that second striker. right there. So
Other Jerry forward. Now looking for Clements. Clements trying to get over. Looking for Archer. Looks like it might have taken a deflection there. Oh, a little bit of a shot there from Clements. On Pinkman, rather. Obviously, Clements in there, but no, he was the one making him a cross, but ended up being to leave Pinkman with a shot, but troubled out on range ever so slightly, but he's still able to make the save. Oh, that's a risky ball for Incline. Intercepted by Pinkman. Now Jerry back for Pinkman. Here's going to be one-on-one. Saved by Rage. He's got back for it, though. Will have to floor the back of the side, but the cross in there, perhaps looking from McGurk, wasn't able to find any sort of target, and now for Sao Paulo still. Rode, McGurk trying to play a bit of 1-2 ball. Archer marking the floor quite well here. Doesn't up, still finding him, looking for Jerry!
and this time the flag does stay down.
Well, I mentioned how Archer was marking the floor quite well, but still ended up being beaten to the punch there, and Jerry was great header there, a great cross rather, to get over the head of Lexington, and Jerry got up there to find it, and the header beats Adam Rage. A bit tougher to be offside when you basically be having to stand right in line with the keeper, but still make it 2-1 as Millar there clearing out the corner attempt there, and Brimovic a try, and Boa just able to save that one.
And inspired by the earlier efforts from Ansha. And Brimovic was looking for his own wonder goal.
Just able to stop that one was Jerry there, able to deflect that one out for a throw-in. Coming of the latter opportunity. It's Brimovic. The back and then clears forward for Newman. Newman inside ball looking for Biscuit. The shot was a little bit offline. I think Athênai might have got a leg to it, but even so, still I think this shot did it enough to make a shot rather inconsequential for your Boa to stop. There forward, Newman. Lofting it in, Yeboah decides not to elect to pick it up and instead looks to clear. Lexington couldn't control it, and now Jerry wins it right back. Jerry trying to win it off of Lexington. A little deflection ends up going his way. Pickman forward for Clements! Flags up.
And he is offside. So a bit of a role switch today. Clements, normally the one who is onside, today is offside in the goal scoring effort.
And that one I could really see from here. Well, mostly thanks to being able to see the linesman from where we sit. Seeing that flag immediately go up. Now a corner here in the final 30 seconds. Wouldn't this be something to get a late equalizer? Jerry inside for Millar. Just ended up in the fans. And that chance goes begging, and that will mean Sao Paulo escapes with a 2-1 win. And they will end up tied with Inter London. Sorry, tied with SC Hollywood rather. Inter London will also end up tied with a T9 on the standings. Yeah, it did seem like it was more deserving team ended up winning that one. Interestingly, though, my XG total seemed to be a bit different, 0.42 compared to 0.6, but Lexington there ended up winning player of the match there, which kind of surprised me. Didn't really feel like Lexington had too many involvements, so I suppose with how the rest of it was spread out did make sense.
Yeah, credited with some big defensive stops, but I think Inter London had the opportunities they did have. They were pretty clear. It was Rage who I thought played really well today.
Yeah, did end up playing quite well indeed. As we take a look at the standings here, Buenos Aires have ended up at the top of the table for the time being. As this first match has got underway, Hollywood and Sao Paulo, they're tied for second. London, Catalunya, and Tokyo tied at fourth and fifth. Of course, Seoul will be down at the bottom of the standings. Thanks to that 3-0 loss, they took it home. Sarah, any other takeaways that you have from this match?
I'll see you on Overreaction Monday after Matchday 1.
Indeed, as we will be seeing you hopefully tomorrow for the commencement of Division 2 for Sarah the Voiceless Creator for all of the Simulation Soccer League staff. I've been Socc. We shall see you next time.